How's it going, everyone? It's Lee again from Function Dynamic, and in today's video what we'll be doing is covering scheduled workflows to send reports. So the use case for this may be that a manager or supervisor might want to receive data about a given week, and that could be done automatically through scheduled workflows. And for this demonstration, we'll be basing it off of the all sales table right here. And to get this set up is actually super simple. And we'll go over to edit this application to begin, and then go up to workflow. Now, typically we've been working in the form workflows over here, but for today's video, we'll be going over to schedules. And click create workflow the same way. And we get this screen right here, where we could specify a time or a date, or choose a date field. So for example, a record might have, let's say, an expiry date. We want to run a workflow off of that. Well, it can be done using this, but for periodic workflows and updates, such as a weekly report, we would use the first option here, specify time and date. Now here, what we normally do is specify when we want it to work. So if you want it to run daily, then just select the current date. But if you want it to run on a specific date, you would select the first dates available. So if you wanted to run Friday, well, you would just select the Friday. And then you would then select a time. Now, I've always found this input a little bit unintuitive. First instinct is to move the arrows. It's better to actually click the numbers right here, and then you can select the specific time. So what we'll do is we're setting a workflow to run at 8 a.m. every Friday, and then we'll select weekly. So what will happen is on the Friday it will run, and then it will continue to run each and every Friday onwards. And we'll just say sales report for the workflow name. And for adding a new action, what we'll do is we'll do a delete script. Of course, we could do a we could do it this way by selecting the admin user ID and then selecting two. Now, report attachments, we can automatically select any of these views here. So they're the list reports. We covered these in a previous video. So you could specify the criteria on the report, have that created, and then select it here. And then set the export type. So list reports, they can lend themselves to PDFs or CSVs, etc. And we could just save, and then we'd be done. Well, after we put in the message here. But that is one simple way. But if we want to do it another way, through Deluge, what we could do is enter in Deluge script, and we'll use the send mail task. So from here, we could say from Zoho.admin user ID. Of course, this could be the login user ID. Well, on a scheduled task, typically you would do admin user ID or a validated email to. There's many different ways to do this. The easiest would just be to hard code it into here as such. Now, the issue is with this, of course, is if, let's say, the employee decides to leave the company for whatever reason, then you have to make sure to update this. Of course, you can create a staff table and dynamically pull that and get the email here. But that's a little outside the scope of this video. We'll just So continuing on, we'll enter in the subject. We'll say weekly sales report. And for the message, we'll just say, please see the weekly sales report attached. Now we'll say, for this, we'll do, again, the syntax for this is, in the previous video was template colon. In this case, we'll do view colon. And for this, we'll do all sales as PDF and press save. And that is all we actually need to do. So every Friday at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. rather, this template will be shown. So since we're dealing with scheduled reports that run at a specific date, what I've done is gone ahead and I've created a simple function off screen just to replicate the same thing, just to send the email right now to show you what it will look like. Now, if I pull it up, whoa, that's big. We can see that like with the email templates, we get a similar thing right here. So we've specified, let me just pull that aside. So we've specified the message and we have the attachments here. Now, if we open up, I'm going to just blow this up. We can see that we have a PDF report of all the sales, which will run automatically. And that is great for us. Now, as you might have noticed, we are getting all the sales right now. And for a weekly sales report, typically we just want whatever sales are in that week. So to specify that, we can we could do one of two things. We can either create a separate report and then specify that here, or we could just do a inline fetch statement. So the date, we have a date field on there called date field and we'll want is greater than Zoho.current date sub day 7. So what this will do is it's going to take today's date, it's going to subtract 7 days, giving us 1 week in the past, and then collecting all of the sales record beyond that date, so within the date. And we can just press save, and we're getting no errors, meaning that it is good to go. So what I'm going to do is go off screen again, run this report, and show you the difference. All right, so I've sent that off, and what I have is I have both of the reports up on my screen, and this is the one we just saw earlier. And as we can see that there is a report, or there is a line from the 14th of January, which of course is not within the week, but with the new fetch criteria, if we go over, we can see that it is removed. So this is one way we can specify any record within a given list report. Now, of course, you could always add other criterias. So you could just say total is greater than. You do something like this. Well, you probably would want to do something like this to give you larger sales. This is just to show you that specifying criteria on this is possible. So that summarizes scheduled reporting in Zoho Creator. Whether you already have a Creator application, are looking to get started, or just want to have a one-on-one conversation to get pointed in the right direction, always feel free to reach out to us at Function Dynamic by going to www.functiondynamic.com, click the Contact Us link and fill in the Get Started form. Once filled in, you will automatically receive an email with a link to schedule a time that works best for you. This was Lee from Function Dynamic. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.